So hi, my name is Shyam Ganesh and I'm with Grow Your Wealth Financial Planning, and I have with me here today Caitlin Vivian, CPA. The question that we often get asked when working with our clients is, why does the business have profit? It's showing profit, but there's no cash actually in the bank account. So Caitlin, what are your thoughts?
This is a great question, Sham, and it's a very common question that I get from business owners. It boils down to a problem where business owners aren't able to figure out the difference between things that are reflected on their balance sheet versus things that are reflected on their income statement. So, for example, when a sale is made, the revenue is recorded right away. However, most people are essentially extending that sale on credit. So if you think about it, your customer is not paying you the cash right now today. You're sending them an invoice, recording the sale, and then they're paying you at a later date. Now, in some industries, this later date could be 60 days, it could be 90 days. And that's really where we see the disconnect between showing profit and having cash on hand. So the implication of not really understanding how this mechanism works is that you as the business owner are extending this credit to your customers, but you have your own set of liabilities, payables that are due. And so you're waiting for that cash to come in, but in the meantime, there's things that you have to pay cash today for. So the implication of this is that, you're extending the credit out to your customers, but you have payables or liabilities that are due today that you have to output cash for. So that timing difference is where business owners are starting to have to dip into their overdraft or their line of credits. And that's where, you start to get behind on things that you need to pay and waiting for that cash to come in. And that's where we have cash flow problems.
Exactly, and that's the risk that we see often, is that even though there's a profit, now there's not enough cash to actually pay the bills, and you're having to get into credit cards and debt in order to fill that gap, which is then costing your business in lost profits or reduced profits. So this is a problem. So Caitlin, what are some things that business owners can do to kind of solve this problem or alleviate some of the issues arising from the problem?
Well, with some of the programs today, QuickBooks or Xero, some of these more modern cloud-based accounting programs that small business owners might be using, they can find within there an actual cash flow statement. And sometimes it's even broken down into like a 30-day snapshot of your cash flow. So tools like this, or even just creating a budget and making sure that you're looking at that budget often so that when, let's say things only come out quarterly. Well, you need to have a float or a reserve saved up for when that quarterly expense is happening. And this can all be, thought about or planned out if you follow a budget, or like I said, if you are able to create a cash flow statement and look at that frequently so that kind of, here's the timing of the cash coming in, here's the timing of the cash coming out, and what do I need to do to ensure that I'm not going too far into my credit or taking away from my profits.
Yeah, so what I'm hearing there, Caitlin, is basically to be really proactive with the finances, and it's not enough to just run the accounting system once a year or once a quarter after things have happened, but to try and have kind of live data of what's happening in the business, as well as a bit of a forecast or budget. And so important to work with an accountant who's able to do that on a monthly basis and provide guidance. And from a wealth accumulation point of view, as a business owner, you're a lot of the wealth that is created is actually sitting in your business. And if you're not actually accumulating cash, if you're showing profit, but there's debt or there's not enough cash in the account, then what's actually going to support future growth decisions for the business, and what's going to support you being able to take money out now for your personal income, as well as, you know, the wealth that's being accumulated for your retirement. So cash flow is super duper important, and you know, those are some ways that you can you know, manage things. So, you know, I want to thank you for joining us on this video. You know, if you'd like to talk through any of you know, these types of questions, Caitlin and I are more than happy to chat. The immediate next step would be, there's a questionnaire at the bottom. It'll just take 2 minutes for you to complete and ask you some questions about cash flow, and it you know, gives us a chance to get to know a little bit of what you're going through right now. And it also will earn you the opportunity to meet with both of us for 30 minutes. So take a minute, fill that questionnaire if you'd like to chat further, and we'll look forward to connecting with you right after. If not, we will be recording several more videos. So thank you for joining us here, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one.